Make some little adjustments here real quick. Hello, TikTok. My name's Joe, and we're gonna look at the moon a little bit. It's a little windy, so it might be a little shaky, but we'll zoom in a little bit too, I suppose, here and there. Hi, Michelle73. And Daniel Casillas too, the bodyguard, Acosta. Say hi, say hi, say hi. Haha. Okay, so I'm gonna mess with the exposure a little bit and just see what we get. Oops. Oh, I bumped it just too late. Sorry, guys. Hey, you know what? Let's try something else. Watch this. Oh, no. I thought maybe we'd be able to see the other side, but I guess not. Okay, I'm going to leave it right there. Sorry it's so shaky, guys. And sorry for my signal. It says I have 5G, 3 bars of 5G, so it should be good. So yeah, I just saw the moon. I was like, you know what? I haven't been on TikTok for a while with the moon. So let's do it. Welcome, everyone. I'm actually taking care of some work still, but I'm over at the shop working, but I brought my telescope over here. Why not, right? Hey, what's up? Where are you at? I'm in Minnesota, Gabriel. Minnesota, north of Minneapolis a little bit. About a half hour north of Minneapolis. Yeah, it's actually really nice out tonight. A little breezy, but beautiful out, actually. Yeah, so we are in a dome. The moon has shadow. Yeah, we're under a dome of some kind. Earth's flat. A lot of people don't like that. Oh, that's so dumb. No, you need to go out and look. Earth, the place beneath your feet, is not in the sky. It's not a planet. It's a plane that's beneath us. Yes, the firmament of heaven. The sun, moon, and stars are in the firmament, you guys. The moon is a light, believe it or not. I mean, a lot of people don't believe that. A lot of people think men walked on it, but that's a belief. You can believe that. I really don't think that. I think that's like strong delusion type stuff, you know, that men would walk on the moon. I mean, I'm actually standing outside right now, and we're obviously looking through the telescope, but right now I'm looking up at the moon. Nobody's going up there. No way. Yes, the moon has its own light. Yes. Yes, it does. And people say, it reflects the sunlight. Hey, maybe. Who knows? But I know that the moon has its own light. It's like different light. And the sun and the moon are the same size, too. Just like when we see a solar eclipse, they're the same size, or real close to the same size. And the moon goes over us like it's actually a disc, like we see one side of it only. It is a disc, yeah. Like a dinner plate, yeah. Like an upside down dinner plate or something, and it's just flying over us parallel with the surface of the earth. And it rises and sets. And if you guys ever read haven't read the Book of Enoch, check that one out. That book is a doozy. I love that book. Gives you a whole different perspective on reality. Spins like a clock, yes. It's hard to explain how it spins because there's something, I think it's called field rotation. Maybe you know about this and maybe not, but you got to picture when the moon comes up or the sun or anything, any one of these luminaries, okay, it's coming up in the east. So just picture yourself facing the east. Now, the moon's going to, or let's just say the moon, okay? And the moon's going to be coming towards you. And you're facing the east. Well, as the night goes on, or the day, or whatever, as it goes on, pretty soon the moon's going to be, at the highest point, like zenith. And at that time, you'll either have to keep facing the east and, like, look up. But at some point in time, you're going to have to turn around. You know what I'm saying? Because it sets in the west. So it goes over you or whatever, but eventually you have to, eventually you have to be facing west. So that gives an apparent motion if you're filming it or taking time-lapse pictures or something like that. It'll appear to turn like a wheel, kind of. Should we zoom in? Let's zoom in. Just for fun. I gotta mess with the exposure. It's just a little too dark. Look how bright it wants to be on its own. That's too bright. I think, is that too dark? No, that's about right. I like that. Here, let me grab the remote. Let's cruise around the moon. Let's do some sightseeing, guys. Ready? We'll just creep along here. I don't even know which direction we're going, up or down, I think. And actually, the moon right now, the moon we're looking at right here is actually mirrored or whatever, because we're looking through a telescope and it flips it or mirrors it. I don't know which. But yeah, so the sunlight or whatever, it would be on the other side. Thanks for hitting the likes, guys. That's awesome. Okay, let's see. Let's go to the side here. Look at that wavy. There's waters above, see? See how wavy it is? It's not always like that. See how it's behind water or it's in water or something. That's what I think. I need to focus it, I think. This looks out of focus. Hold on a minute. Let me mess with this a little bit. That's worse. Is that better? No, I can't even tell anymore. Too much water up there, huh? Oh, that's definitely not better. Sorry, guys. I gotta get it better. Okay, out of focus. Let's get right back in where we want. Right. Is that it? Maybe I'm zoomed in too far or something. It's too grainy. I see no flag up there. Let's zoom in here and see. See how wavy it is and tell me that it doesn't look like it's behind water. Moisture in our atmosphere, that too, but I think, I'm just, at first glance, it looks like it's like there's a layer of water or something. Like a penny in a pool. Well, why is it moving so much? It ain't supposed to be moving. It's supposed to be staying in one spot. Well, the moon is actually in motion, unlike what we were all taught. The moon is in motion and the sun is in motion. The earth is not. Isn't that easy? Why do people think the Earth's rotating? That's so wrong. Like, when we're saying that the Earth doesn't rotate, we're talking about the real one, like the actual one, the one that my telescope's sitting on right now. And you notice the sound of those motors. You know what those are for? They follow the luminaries in the sky, because the luminaries are always in motion. The stars and the sun. The Earth does rotate at 1,000 miles. I have to disagree, Blue-Eyed Devil. What do you have for, like, can you do a quick comment of some of the evidence? I don't think there's any evidence for the Earth rotating. Right now, you're observing it. If you pay attention to it, look beneath your feet. It is not moving. It's solid, stable, still. That's part of life. You just checked her evidence and it's real, but what was the evidence? I didn't see it. If you leave your telescope still, you will see the moon move across the sky. That's right, Blue-Eyed Devil, because the moon is in motion, not the Earth. That's why sidereal motors exist on telescopes, because there is a rotation, but it's not the Earth. It's very clearly not the Earth. What about when you do star trail photography, like time-lapse photography of the stars to get star trails? You don't move your camera. If you move your camera, you wouldn't get the star trails. Your camera has to sit perfectly still. So the stars are in motion, your camera is still when you do star trails. So the moon moves, not Earth. That's right, Mars, Moon. And it's not like that. It's not like that's hard to like acknowledge. Actually, I'm not saying that it has to be something that you believe. Do you also believe the Earth is flat? In general, yeah. I believe it's a plane. Like, I don't know the ends of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know the ends of the Earth, but I know that everywhere that everybody ever has been, the ground is beneath them and the sky is above them. So, well, you have a great night too, Blue-Eyed Devil. Don't close your mind, because there's a lot of things that once you start looking into them, it might change your perspective. But thanks for hanging out anyway, for sure. Okay, I'm trying to get a better view going here. Wash Patrol says, Earth is a realm of existence. It has not ends. That could be too. It could just be, if there's a person, you know, I don't know, but let's see. What is your home life and upbringing like, if I might ask? I am a woodworker, and that's what I do for a living. I build cabinets and I work on new houses a lot. And my upbringing was, I guess specifically, what do you mean? I grew up in Minnesota. Well, I don't know if I really grew up yet, but, you know, they say. But yeah, I grew up in Minnesota. I'm still live in Minnesota. I love this state for the weather. I like the season change. We get the extremes of everything, kind of. We get the cold, and we get the real hot summer, I guess. Okay, let me turn the speed of this thing up and quit playing with it. Whoa, that's not what I was trying to do, you guys. Sorry. I put it up to high speed power. Turbo power. Something that I just started doing just a few months ago. I learned how to fly a paramotor with a trike. And it's like a lot to learn, or I guess because flying's kind of dangerous, I guess, but it feels pretty safe when I do it on that thing, as long as it's not windy. But yeah, that's when it's just been something that's been a lot of fun lately. There's this school like 10 miles from my house, and Like, they don't have any signs that say, no motorized vehicles or anything like that. And they got a huge soccer field, or it's a couple. It's just a huge, massive field. So it's kind of perfect for practicing launching and all that fun stuff. But yeah, that's, if you ever get a chance, or if you're, paramotors are fun. Hey, cool. What does that say? I like that font. Flat Earth Boff. Warren? Is it Warren? I can't tell what that says. That's cool. I like that. How can moon craters have shadows if it's self-luminescent? Well, how can shadows be blue during the day? Do you get what I'm saying? How do you know they're shadows? That might just be what the moon looks like. You know what I'm saying? We're assuming they're shadows if we're saying they're shadows. I know that. It's an assumption. Because really, do you know? Couldn't it be... whoops, sorry. I'm trying to get my exposure to... What's going on now? Oh, there we go. I was trying to get it a little bit darker. It's so bright. Still too bright. I forgot what I was even saying. Whoa, see, it's just hard to do the exposure on TikTok app. I'm getting used to it. I'm learning it. Okay, I'm not going to mess with it. That's good. I don't know. That doesn't look very good, though. We're going a little darker. Sorry, guys. So shaky today. My screen doesn't seem to be responding very well. That's too dark. One more time. I'm getting it this time, guys. Oops. My screen must be cold or something. There, right there. That's the one. Okay, that was the one. Sorry, guys. I'm a horrible telescoper. Yeah, paramotoring, that's crazy. It's fun, though. It's just a 125cc motor that you basically backpack on. It takes some getting used to. There's a learning curve for sure, especially if you're going to do it like safely. Some people just launch, they just take off on it, and they're kind of crazy. But okay. Oh yeah, we were talking about shadows. Okay, sorry. Let's see what we're seeing. They're blue during the day because we're looking at it through our atmosphere. I know that makes sense, but it doesn't really make sense that they're shadows then, though. I mean, I get what you're saying, and I can agree with that. It makes sense, but at the same time, unless it's like a rock, or like a dusty rock. Plus, if it was a dusty rock, I think it would fall out of the sky. Dusty rocks don't float. The moon does float, though, or the moon, whatever you want to call it. It flies, or it has courses or whatever. But I look at the whole sky a little bit different than I used to. I believe the moon is somewhat of a entity in a small way. I don't really know how to use the words to describe it quite right, but like in the Book of Enoch, it calls the moon it's a her, and the sun is a he. And what's it? How do you educate yourself on such matters after? I guess on the shadows and stuff, or maybe if you're talking about that, I'm not educated. I just I don't think anybody really has all the answers to some of those questions. I think there is answers, but I don't think that probably really many people at all, if any, know all the answers. But it's not floating, it's called orbiting, which is falling, but going so fast it misses. Yeah, bow tie dad. So think about that. I don't know if you're a Bible believer, but in the Bible, there is a place of darkness. Jesus called it outer darkness, where there be weeping and gnashing of teeth. I just think space is a trap. I don't think it's what I don't think it's like a vast space with emptiness. I think it's a place of darkness, and some people laugh at that and they're like, "Oh, okay, that's it. Oh, now we know it's a place of darkness. Now we know." No, this place is notorious for being almost a part of everyone's existence while they're alive. They think about this place, this outer darkness. So I would just say to be careful when believing in like orbits and stuff like that, because that's what the solar system is. Everything in the solar system is perpetually falling around something else. Like you said, going fast enough parallel to the surface of whatever so that it never hits. And it's like a perpetual, nearly perpetual motion. You ever see anything strange in the sky? Yeah, quite a few times. I have it on my YouTube channel too. My YouTube channel is the same as my TikTok channel. It's EFTUPWORLD, effed up world. I thought Earth was flat. It is flat. There's still things flying around in the sky. How do you determine if something is truthful, effed up? I think the best way to determine whether something is truthful is the Bible, probably. I mean, it depends on what you're talking about, I guess. General things, I think the Bible is the truth. Like, it is the... and, you know, people are like, well, yeah, but men wrote it. Yeah, men wrote it. Inspired by God. Men that God commanded to write what he told them to write. And it... I think it's legit. Some people don't. That's you know, everyone has their own thoughts on that. But I do believe all that. I believe in Jesus. It's a good starting point. Yeah, the Bible is a good starting point. There's other, like, I mean, just I don't really know all the right words. There's a lot of buzzwords that if you say certain words, people kind of go in a certain direction, and I don't like that. But like to pray. And I'm not saying I'm good at this, but I think we do have a Father in heaven that does hear our prayers. Doesn't mean we pray for something that's going to happen every time or something. I'm just saying that I think they go, like, when we say them out of our mouth or whatever, or when we pray them, the words literally go up to his throne and he hears them. So that's a big deal, I think. I mean, just think of the one that made everything, and he listens to you. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, circle doesn't mean sphere. Like, you know what was interesting is, I don't know where it is in the Bible, but it says he inscribed a circle on the face of the deep. And then somewhere in Job, it says the face of the deep is frozen. And then he says, let there be light. And then he puts the sun, moon, and stars in this firmament that he built. I'm just saying, to me, I can totally see the flat earth map making sense, like being like ice on the outside, you know. But what are your thoughts on other religions, effed up? I'm not so hot on any religion. Like, I mean, I believe in the Bible. I suppose that would make me a Christian, but like some of these words are, you know, maybe not best. Yeah, like, yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. The Lord's throne sits above the circle of the earth, literally, and his sun is at his right hand. But then the plates are facing us. Well, the moon is. We only see one side of the moon. It's all just a simulation. Could be. We can watch Jupiter rotate on its axis. It has a 10-hour day. We see its moon's orbit around it. Yeah, I've filmed that, and I have videos of it on my YouTube channel. I think to see a light in the sky, Jupiter, and to see its moons, and to see it in detail, see some stripes and whatever, that doesn't mean that you know what it is. It doesn't mean you know, like, everybody assumes that it's a place. And I think that we have to be careful, because think of, yeah, I don't know. Okay, if you lived in the, okay, let's use an animal. Okay, just hang with me here. Okay, so if you put a lion, or we'll just use a lion. I don't know if this is true or not, but if you put a lion in a cage that is 1 acre, the lion's gonna sit and walk around the edge of the cage all day. Or maybe he won't. Maybe lions don't do that. I don't know. But you get what I'm saying. So, in 1 acre. But if you put him on a 10,000 acre place, he won't even know there's a fence. He'll see the fence and he'll go the other way. It won't bother him. Like, he doesn't need to conquer the fence. But people are different than that. If you put a place in the sky, you know that some man's going to guarantee that he's going to go there, or he's going to make a way to go there. If there's a place up there, I'm going there. And I think that that's a trick from Satan. And I actually learned some of this from the Book of Enoch. Some of this stuff, even the word planet, just the word planet. That word, planeo is the root for the English term planet. And planeo, or it's actually, maybe it's planetes, but the root for that word is planeo. And it means to cause to wander or lead astray, to cause to go off course, to deceive, to turn from the truth. Like, there's a lot of things that planeo, that's what planet means. It means to deceive. That's what the word means. And you can look that up. And I think, like, they're wandering stars exactly. In Enoch described the solar system, but he did not say it was where the earth was. He said that it was a prison for the stars and the host of heaven. And there was 7 stars up there that were defiling mankind and leading them astray. And I think that they are the planets, very clearly. And they're actually bound in outer darkness. They're bound, and they are rolling over a fire. That's what the angel said. He's like, these are rolling over a fire, bound here. And that sounds like the solar system to me. The 7 planets rolling or orbiting around the sun. Makes sense, but planet means wanderer, not deceiver. Bowtie Dad, I think you're right, but it does mean deceiver. If you look up PLANAO, I think that one of the first words you'll see there is to deceive, I think. And that's where the English term planet comes from. But oh, what NASA can't touch. Exactly. There's no flag up there, guys. They got, like, crappy video with crappy weirdness showing you the surface up close. It all depends on if you believe that. I mean, I don't think it, yeah. And here's the thing. They got Buzz Aldrin, he's still alive. You know what that guy does? He goes around and like, in the spotlight, and goes around telling people they never went. Like, that's his latest thing. Like, he's like, well, we never happened. We didn't go. Like, I don't know, he gets drunk and just walks around saying that. I don't get it. But it's kind of interesting. Yes, Jason, that's right. It means to wander about, stray. To stray from the truth. Buzz admitted 3 times, I can't think of, they never went. Oh, yeah, it's crazy. Can you zoom in? Yes, I can zoom in. How's that? It's a little too dark. When I zoom in, it seems, whoa, that's too bright. Sorry, guys. When I zoom in, it seems like way too dark. There we go. That's a little better. That's kind of cool. I don't think it's really wandering much. I haven't had to move it or nothing. What's that noise in the background? That is the motor on my telescope. I'm using like an equatorial setup where the base of the telescope turns. So I point the base of the telescope at Polaris, or the center of the axis, the celestial axis of rotation. So I point my base of my telescope there, and then the telescope, you can point at any star or anything in the sky and it'll follow it. Pretty cool. Is this a digital or manual telescope? It's just a mirror, that's all, or it's a set of mirrors. So it's like a tube, you know. The telescope is a Meade ETX 125. And what it is it's basically like a tube, and the light goes into the tube, like you pointed at the moon or whatever, and it goes in the tube, off a mirror, and then it goes, that goes to the center, off another mirror, and then it goes into the eyepiece. So. Oh. Yes, yeah, we're tracking it right now. But you'll notice that it's never perfect. It wanders a little bit. Oh, you've got that same scope. It is a nice, it's a lovely little telescope. I do like it because like over here, I'm not at home right now. I'm at the shop, and I got it out on the driveway at the shop. I just threw it in my truck. Why not? Mine came, I got it used on Craigslist. And it came with a nice carrying case and everything. Pretty sweet. Telescopes are something you can buy used, because pretty much anybody that pays for a telescope and owns a telescope takes care of it. So you're not going to find a telescope that's been like manhandled and I mean, I'm sure there's some, but most often you're going to find someone that really cares about the scope, and they're like really concerned that that it's perfect for you. And like, yeah, that's my experience. Can you show some stars? I could point it at Jupiter. I could show some stars. But right now, I actually have to go take care of a couple things. And so I'll be back. But I'm going to keep it going because why not, right? It's just kind of a cool view. But maybe I will later on. We'll look at some stars or something. I just had this cool view of the moon, and I said, you know, I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. All right, so we'll see if it's wandering to the right or to the left. Track it on a star? Okay, I will. With his 13 likes, thanks. Okay, so you guys want to just track Jupiter for a while? We'll do that. Coming right up, Jupiter. Ready? So I'm not going to change the zoom, so you'll see the size of Jupiter compared to the size of the moon. Okay, so let's go. Oops, I got to get my scope on there. Point it like almost straight up. Oops, should be right there. Where are you, Jupiter? Should be right there. Oh, there it is. I have to change the focus. Focus is pretty bad there. Where are you, focus? That's about, so that's how big Jupiter is compared to the moon. Yet, of course, they tell you that it's bigger than the moon. It's always got to be the opposite of the truth, right? Let's do this. Let's get to the center of the screen and zoom in and see if we can see the stripes with my iPhone. Let's just see what happens. Okay, that's all zoomed all the way in. Turn the brightness down a little bit. Oops. No stripes. I thought I went all the way down. Can you guys see the stripes? I can't really see it very good. Okay, we'll track this for a little while. Let me turn the... I'm just going to let it be as bright as it wants to be. There we go. It's out of focus again, too. I don't know what's going on. Let's see. See those two green planets? I'm just kidding. You can see its moons, yes. And I was almost thinking that maybe Saturn is over there even. But I can't. I just haven't been paying attention. Something is not lined up very well on my camera to my telescope. That's why those flares, lensing flares are there, I think. And it's really not in focus very good at all. So I'm going to do something about that right now. There, that's better. Okay, I will be back. Enjoy Jupiter's and its moons. And think about why people think it's bigger than the moon. Huh. I'll be back. It's a little windy out here. We're gonna go back to, well, I guess we can keep it on this. I don't know. I forgot we were on Jupiter. So, yeah. And I gotta load these like 3 big, huge boxes into my van tonight sometime, or at least in the morning before I leave. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's gonna take forever. But I'm just gonna probably leave it on Jupiter for a while, I guess. I got a full battery, so might as well. Should I zoom in a little bit? There, how's that? I'll leave it like that. Hey, thanks for the likes. You guys rock. Make sure to follow too. Show us your van. It's around the other side of the shop, and it's nothing special. It's a 03 Ford van E350, I think. It's a beast, but it works perfect. There's no seats in it, so it's all just a big kind of cargo van. All right, I'll be back. Enjoy. Still tracking it. It's moving to the right a little bit. All right, we're gonna go back to the moon now. Just because Jupiter's kind of boring, I guess. So here we go. Let's see, where's the moon? It's over here. It's right there. Somewhere there. There it is. Whoa, that's bright. We're gonna have to do something about that. Let me grab my remote. Like my finger's too cold or something. My screen don't. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's too dark. After it being that bright, I can't have it that dark. That's too bright. There, right there, I bet. Why is it like that? I gotta make it darker, because... There we go. Right there, we'll leave it there. Can't be too picky. Nope, it's not full tonight. It's about half. A little bit more than half. It must be on like the... Would that be the 8th day, probably? Since new moon, something like that? I don't know. Hey, make sure you guys follow too. And I'm just gonna leave it there. It looks like it's tracking pretty good. I still gotta load that thing. I'm trying to anyway. So I will be back. So hopefully it tracks good. Ooh, it's moving off to the right. That ain't no good. Sorry about that. So I got the first box loaded in the van. Yeah. Not that you care, but getting something done here at least. There we go. Pretty clear sky tonight. All right, I'll be back. I gotta get 2 more big boxes loaded somehow. Yeah, have fun. Okay, we still got it on there, but it is moving to the right, huh? Whew. No, this is the moon, man, not Neptune. All right, guys, I'm shutting it down because I got only one more heavy box to load into the van, so I'm doing good, and I'm heading out. It's late. So have a wonderful evening. Thank you for hanging out. Much love.